We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Have you ever felt overlooked in your dating life, despite your best efforts to connect? Many men struggle with the frustration of being ignored or taken for granted. But what if the secret to attracting the right attention lies in a powerful principle withholding it? As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." In today's video, we'll explore how mastering this principle can reshape your relationships and help you become the high-value man you aspire to be. Let's dive in. Lesson 1: The psychology of withholding attention. In dating, many men make the mistake of giving too much attention too quickly. This can lead to several problems. First, when you constantly seek someone's attention, you might come off as needy or desperate, which can push people away rather than draw them closer. Second, when attention is too easy to get, it can lose its value. If a woman feels like she can always count on your attention, she might take it for granted, leaving you feeling undervalued and unappreciated. As the famous psychologist Robert Cialdini said, "People want more of what they can have less of." This quote reminds us that scarcity creates desire. When you hold back your attention, it makes the moments you do share feel special. By not always being available, you spark curiosity and interest, making someone want to learn more about you and creating a deeper connection. To apply this lesson in your dating life, focus on setting boundaries. Make sure you don't drop everything for a text or call. Have your own plans and interests that keep you busy, showing that your time is valuable. Be selective with your compliments and attention. Offer them when they feel genuine, rather than just to seek validation. Additionally, it helps to limit your availability. If she wants to meet up, don't always say yes sometimes. Let her know you have other commitments. This creates a sense of mystery and makes her more eager to see you. Lastly, invest time in your own hobbies and friendships. When you have a full life, your attention becomes something special, not just something you give away for free. By incorporating these strategies, you can find a balance in the attention you give and receive. This not only makes you more attractive, but also empowers you to create more meaningful connections. Lesson 2: Emotional resilience and boundaries. In dating, many people struggle to maintain their emotional stability. When you become overly invested in someone, it's easy to let your emotions take control. This can lead to a roller coaster of feelings, where one text or call can make you feel elated or crushed. If you don't practice emotional resilience, you might find yourself constantly seeking reassurance, feeling anxious, or becoming overly attached. This can create an unhealthy dynamic in your relationships, leaving you feeling insecure and dependent. As the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche famously said, "That which does not kill us makes us stronger." This quote highlights the importance of overcoming challenges to build resilience. When you face emotional ups and downs in dating, it's essential to learn from those experiences rather than let them define you. By embracing your struggles and working through them, you can develop a stronger sense of self and become more grounded in your relationships. To cultivate emotional resilience, it's vital to set and maintain healthy boundaries. Know what you are comfortable with and communicate that clearly. This helps you protect your emotional well-being and fosters mutual respect in the relationship. Focus on self-awareness. Take the time to understand your feelings and recognize when you're becoming too attached or anxious. Practice mindfulness techniques such as meditation or journaling to help you process your emotions. This allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively when faced with challenges in dating. Additionally, engage in activities that strengthen your self-esteem and self-worth, such as pursuing hobbies or connecting with friends. The more you build your own life, the less you'll rely on someone else for your happiness. By developing emotional resilience and setting clear boundaries, you can navigate the ups and downs of dating with confidence. This not only enhances your personal growth, but also leads to healthier and more fulfilling relationships. Lesson 3: Charisma through self-awareness and confidence. Many people underestimate the importance of self-awareness and confidence when it comes to attracting others. Without these qualities, you may struggle to connect on a deeper level. If you're not aware of your strengths and weaknesses, you might come across as insecure or disingenuous. This can lead to misunderstandings and missed connections, making dating feel like a constant uphill battle. As the author Brené Brown wisely stated, vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and change. This quote emphasizes the power of being true to yourself. When you embrace who you are, including your imperfections, you open the door to genuine connections. Authenticity attracts people. They're drawn to those who are comfortable in their own skin and can express their true selves. To build your charisma, Start by practicing self-reflection. Take time to understand what makes you unique and what you genuinely enjoy. Recognizing your interests and passions helps you engage in conversations with authenticity, which is incredibly attractive. Also, work on your confidence by setting small, achievable goals. Each success, no matter how minor, builds your self-esteem and reinforces your sense of worth. Another practical way to enhance your charisma is through active listening. Show genuine interest in what others are saying by asking questions and giving thoughtful responses. This not only makes others feel valued, but also allows you to connect more deeply with them. Additionally, practice positive body language, maintain eye contact, smile, and use open gestures. These nonverbal cues can greatly enhance your presence and make you more approachable. By developing self-awareness and confidence, you will naturally exude charisma. This not only makes you more appealing to potential partners, but also enriches your interactions with everyone around you. Embracing your true self creates meaningful connections that go beyond surface-level attraction. Lesson 4: Women's attention as a scarce resource. In the dating world, many men feel overwhelmed by competition, believing they need to constantly seek women's attention to succeed. This mindset can lead to anxiety, as you might find yourself trying too hard to impress or please women. When attention becomes a scarce resource, the fear of losing it can push you into behaviors that are desperate or unappealing, ultimately driving potential partners away instead of drawing them closer. As the writer and philosopher William James once said, "The art of being wise is the art of knowing what to overlook." This quote reminds us that not every moment demands your attention. In dating, understanding that women receive attention from many sources, social media, friends, and other admirers, can help you shift your perspective. When you stop chasing attention and instead focus on your own value, you become more attractive to others. You need to shift this dynamic. Start by valuing your own time and attention. Rather than seeking constant validation, invest in yourself and your interests. This not only enriches your life, but also makes you more interesting to others. Remember, women often appreciate men who have their own passions and pursuits. Another key aspect is to practice the concept of indifference, which means not being overly affected by how others perceive you. When you interact with women, approach them with the mindset that their attention is a bonus, not a necessity. This attitude helps you maintain your composure and confidence, making you more attractive. Finally, cultivate a mindset of abundance. Recognize that there are plenty of opportunities for meaningful connections, and not every interaction has to lead to something romantic. This approach frees you from the pressure of needing to impress someone and allows you to engage more authentically. By understanding that women's attention is a scarce resource, you can change how you approach dating. Focus on enhancing your own life and interests, and adopt a mindset of abundance. This not only reduces anxiety, but also leads to more genuine and lasting connections. Lesson 5: Embrace boldness. Reject passivity. Many men struggle in the dating world because they often take a passive approach. This might look like waiting for women to make the first move or hesitating to express interest. Unfortunately, this passivity can lead to missed opportunities and feelings of frustration. If you're not bold enough to take action, you risk blending into the background and losing out on meaningful connections. As the famous motivational speaker Tony Robbins said, "The only limit to your impact is your imagination and commitment." This quote highlights the importance of taking bold actions to create change in your life. When you embrace boldness in your interactions, you not only stand out, but also open up new possibilities for connection and romance. To become more bold, start by setting clear intentions for what you want in dating. Define your goals and take small steps toward them. For example, instead of waiting for a woman to approach you, make a habit of initiating conversations at social events. This could be as simple as introducing yourself to someone new or striking up a casual chat with a coworker. Additionally, practice overcoming your fear of rejection. Understand that not every interaction will lead to a date or relationship, and that's okay. Instead of viewing rejection as a failure, see it as a learning experience. Each encounter can provide valuable insight into yourself and what you want. Another effective strategy is to challenge yourself regularly. Push your comfort zone by trying new activities, attending events alone, or even asking someone out on a date. These experiences build your confidence and teach you that taking risks can lead to positive outcomes. By embracing boldness and rejecting passivity, you can transform your dating life. It's about taking charge of your interactions and not waiting for things to happen. As you step out of your comfort zone and take initiative, you'll find that opportunities for connection will naturally increase, leading to more fulfilling relationships. Lesson 6: Fortune favors the bold in dating. Many men miss out on potential connections because they hold back due to fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment, or fear of making a wrong move. This hesitation can create a cycle of missed opportunities, leaving you feeling stuck and frustrated. If you don't put yourself out there, you may never know what could have been, and you might find yourself stuck in a pattern of loneliness or unfulfilling relationships. As the Roman philosopher Seneca once said, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." This quote emphasizes the importance of being proactive and prepared in your dating life. By being bold and seizing opportunities, you can create your own luck instead of waiting for it to come to you. To cultivate a bold mindset in dating, start by changing your perspective on risk. Instead of viewing taking chances as something daunting, see it as a chance for growth and discovery. Every time you take a risk, whether it's asking someone out or sharing your true feelings, you're learning more about yourself and what you want in a partner. Additionally, practice being present in the moment. Engage fully in conversations and activities, and don't let fear of what might happen hold you back. The more you immerse yourself in the present, the less you'll worry about the outcome, allowing for more genuine connections to form. Another effective strategy is to set daily or weekly challenges for yourself. This could be as simple as starting a conversation with a stranger, asking a woman out, or trying a new social activity. Each small step builds your confidence and reinforces the idea that being bold leads to positive experiences. By adopting the mindset that fortune favors the bold, you can transform your dating life. Embrace risks, be proactive, and view opportunities as moments to create meaningful connections. When you take bold actions, you open the door to possibilities that you never thought existed, leading to richer and more fulfilling relationships. Lesson 7: Overcoming fear through Stoicism. Fear is a common barrier that holds many men back in dating. Whether it's the fear of rejection, fear of vulnerability, or fear of not being good enough, these emotions can be overwhelming. When you let fear dictate your actions, you may miss out on incredible opportunities and connections. Instead of enjoying the dating process, you may find yourself feeling anxious and stuck, which only makes things worse. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This quote reminds us that while we can't control the events around us, we can control our responses. Embracing this mindset helps you confront your fears rather than avoid them, allowing you to grow and become more resilient. To overcome fear in dating, begin by identifying what specifically makes you anxious. Write down your fears and examine them closely. Often you'll find that the worst-case scenarios you imagine are unlikely to happen. This process of reflection can help demystify your fears and make them feel more manageable. Next, practice mindfulness to stay present during interactions. When you focus on the moment, you can reduce the power that fear holds over you. Techniques like deep breathing or grounding exercises can help calm your nerves before approaching someone new. Remind yourself that every interaction is an opportunity for growth, regardless of the outcome. Another practical tip is to embrace a fail-forward mentality. Instead of seeing rejection as a defeat, view it as a stepping stone toward improvement. Each experience teaches you something new about yourself and what you want in a partner. By reframing your mindset, you can lessen the fear associated with taking risks. Finally, take small, deliberate actions to push your boundaries. Whether it's complimenting a stranger, starting a conversation, or asking someone out, each step builds your confidence and helps you realize that fear is often more of a mental hurdle than a real barrier. By applying Stoic principles to your dating life, you can learn to overcome fear and embrace the challenges that come with seeking connections. Remember, it's not about eliminating fear entirely, but about not letting it control your actions. When you face your fears with courage and resilience, you open up a world of possibilities in your dating journey. Lesson 8: Withholding attention to maintain power. Many men mistakenly believe that showering a woman with constant attention will win her over. However, this approach can often backfire, leading to a dynamic where your value seems diminished. When you give too much attention too soon, you risk appearing desperate or insecure, which can push her away. If you find yourself in this pattern, you may end up feeling frustrated and unappreciated in your relationships. As the ancient philosopher Epicurus wisely said, "The art of living is to know how to enjoy a little, and to endure much. This quote highlights the importance of balance and self-restraint. When it comes to attention, providing just enough can create intrigue and a sense of value, while overwhelming someone can lead to disinterest. To harness the power of withholding attention, start by understanding your worth. Recognize that your time and energy are valuable resources that should be spent wisely. By setting boundaries and not overextending yourself, you create a sense of mystery and allure, making you more appealing in the eyes of others. Next, practice the art of strategic engagement. This doesn't mean ignoring someone completely, but rather being mindful of how much attention you give. Engage in conversations, but don't always be the first to reach out. This creates a balance where you are present without coming off as overly eager. Another effective strategy is to focus on your own life and interests. When you prioritize your passions, goals, and friendships, you naturally attract others without having to chase after them. This shift in focus not only helps maintain your power, but also enhances your overall fulfillment, making you more interesting to potential partners. Finally, learn to recognize when someone is taking your attention for granted. If you feel like your efforts are not being reciprocated, take a step back. Withholding attention in these situations can help establish your boundaries and encourage the other person to value your presence more. By withholding attention thoughtfully, you can create a dynamic of attraction rather than desperation. This approach fosters respect and curiosity, leading to more meaningful interactions. Remember, maintaining your power in relationships is about finding the right balance and ensuring that you are valued for who you are, not just how much attention you can give. Lesson 9: Stop rewarding bad behavior. In relationships, it's easy to fall into the trap of tolerating bad behavior. Whether it's disrespect, lack of communication, or inconsistency, overlooking these issues often leads to frustration and disappointment. When you continuously allow bad behavior to slide, you not only lower your self-worth but also reinforce the idea that such treatment is acceptable. This can create a toxic cycle that undermines your happiness in the long run. As the philosopher Seneca once said, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality." This quote serves as a powerful reminder that our fears can often cloud our judgment. By rewarding bad behavior, we may fear losing the relationship more than we value our own well-being. It's crucial to recognize that putting up with poor treatment ultimately harms both you and the relationship. To address this, start by setting clear boundaries. Reflect on what behaviors you will not tolerate and communicate these boundaries openly. This doesn't mean issuing ultimatums, but rather expressing your needs and expectations. When you establish what is acceptable, you create a framework that encourages respect and understanding. Next, practice self-awareness. When you find yourself justifying or excusing bad behavior, take a step back and evaluate the situation. Ask yourself why you feel compelled to overlook these issues. Understanding your motivations can help you recognize patterns and make healthier choices. Additionally, reinforce positive behavior. When someone treats you well or respects your boundaries, acknowledge it. This can be as simple as expressing gratitude or reciprocating their kindness. By highlighting and rewarding positive interactions, you cultivate an environment where good behavior is encouraged, reinforcing the kind of relationship you desire. Finally, be willing to walk away if the behavior continues. Sometimes the most powerful message is your willingness to prioritize your well-being over maintaining a toxic dynamic. If someone is not willing to respect your boundaries, it may be time to reassess the relationship. Remember, you deserve to be treated with respect and kindness. By refusing to reward bad behavior, you take a significant step toward building healthier and more fulfilling relationships. This approach fosters mutual respect and encourages partners to meet your standards, creating a foundation for meaningful connections. Ultimately, standing firm in your values not only enhances your self-worth, but also sets the tone for how you want to be treated in all your relationships. Now we are about the video. Now it is time to change your life. Write down a comment and say that you want to change your life, no matter how difficult it is to change. I will read each of. Your comment features one of the best comments in our channel. If you want a daily dose of unfiltered motivation, subscribe to our channel.